military was a huge impact on me. Went in at 17, did about 5 years, really enjoyed it, worked a lot of special operations, missions overseas, really learned how to be successful and the resiliency that was required to start a company, and I think that's where that foundation really came from. The next 5 years, from '05 to 2010, I did 5 or 6 deployments overseas in various capacities as a DoD contractor, working with special operations and special forces, 17 different countries, working multinational operations. And what that gave me is kind of a breadth of understanding of this larger community that I didn't really know existed, and ways to engage on a totally different level that you could have learned in college or anywhere else really. In 2010, I started a company called Drop Test International. The idea behind that company was to provide experts in the fields of counterinsurgency, counterterrorism, and specialized intelligence consulting. Very, very successful company. My shares were purchased in 2012. From there, I focused all my energy on starting 6th Gen, and it took me about 2 years to save up enough money and start putting together my business plan on how I was going to execute. There's 3 things that 6th Gen works on right now. The first thing is red team operations. Red team operations are really designed around emulating an adversary's capability to exploit vulnerabilities, and we get asked to do that for various customers. They have specific concerns that maybe they feel their IT team or their security team is not able to fully close or get them comfortable. So we design a threat and we use that threat against that customer and provide them the results. The other thing we do is we provide really unique or boutique style standard operating procedures to try and bring more complex situations into a more reasonable remediation tactic for various customers. So that can include things like training, virtual training, augmented reality training, hands-on training, cyber range operations, or emulation of threats. And the last thing we do is we support other companies. We don't sell directly to these customers, but we do a B2B capability for high net worth individuals, cybersecurity solutions for high net worth individuals. So I had learned a little bit about business up to that point. I kind of had an idea of what it is I wanted to do. What the Patriot Bootcamp did, which is a program underneath Techstars, which Techstars is a very, very successful accelerator, and Patriot Bootcamp is the veteran component of Techstars. Patriot Bootcamp is a very, very rigorous 3-4 day program where you just absorb as much as you can. Now, you can't absorb everything, but what they do is they put you in connection with multiple mentors and avenues for being successful. And that's the most important thing, is it's really just joining the community, being part of the community, understanding what assets and resources are available in the community, and then not being afraid to use those, to ask for help. So 2014, we were negative $250. 2015, we did about $350,000. In 2016, we're close to 10 times that. Our focus is partly in DoD contracting and the federal contracting space, and part of it's commercial. But the key is that cybersecurity is universal, and that's what our core competency is. So we are acquisition compliant for federal contracts. We meet all those requirements, but at the same time, we don't necessarily care as much about the customer as we do about just maintaining our fidelity within the company.